Hey, we back. I'm here with more Bot, and I'm talking about loot boxes because there's a question that I get asked pretty often, and that is with regards to these fabled loot boxes here. So, what are those? How do they work? Well, they are, in essence, regular loot boxes, as you would expect. They give you gems. The only difference is that they give you fabled gems, hence the name Fabled Loot Boxes. I think that makes a lot of sense. They have a 100% chance to give you fabled gem. Obviously, they can give you a hunting gem, empowering gem, or lucky gem, but they give you a fabled gem. That's pretty much all there is to it. And they are pretty good, basically. They're very good, because fabled gems are pretty rare, but they're difficult to get. So the question that I get asked is how to get them, how to use them, and what they are. Obviously, we've been through what they are. I think that's pretty self-explanatory if you think about it. How to use them is a little bit more difficult. Now, I'm sure you all know a regular loot box you use like this, OLB or loot box or whatever, right? That doesn't work for these. You can't do OWO fabled loot box and it open, but what you can do is you can do OWO use 49 like that, the little code of 49. OWO use being a regular command. Okay, that's going to actually show weapons, which is kind of funny. But if we put OWO help use, there we go. We get the aliases of equip, which is obviously the same things that you use for equipping the gems, right? So the point is it's equipping the loot box. I suppose theoretically you could use OWO equip 49 as well. That would have the same effect. But yeah, so that is a little bit out of the way, but there you go. In terms of how you get them, the big question, they're given away at events, or when the bot goes down. If it's got a lot of downtime, they're sometimes given away. It's all down to Scoot in the end when they're given out. They are not given out often either, so you have to be around at the right time. But they've been given out a few times now. I always keep one on me, which is why it seems like I always have one, because I do always have one. So if you've seen it in my inventory in my other videos, that explains that. I kept one on me since they were first added to the game and given out, with the anticipation that it would be a one-time event. It was not, and they've been given out a few times since then, and I've just always kept one from every event, just because I think it's quite nice to have in your inventory. Obviously, I don't know when they will next be given out. No one does. That's all down to Scoot. You just have to hope that he decides to give you a couple, if the bot has some downtime. But of course there's a lot of different rewards that Scoot can give for downtime as like a compensation. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's essence, and sometimes it's loot boxes. So yeah, it all depends on the situation. But anyway, there you go. Fabled loot boxes, very cool. With regards to how much better they are to regular loot boxes, some of you may remember this chart that we went over a while ago in a different video about gems, that pointed out that fabled gems have a 1% chance of dropping. So obviously fabled loot boxes make that 100% chance. So you can see how much better they are than regular loot boxes. That 100 times chance on the fabled, pretty good. Obviously I would say 100 loot boxes is better than one fabled, because 100 loot boxes statistically gets you one fabled and 99 other gems. So yeah, you can't say that it's as good as 100 loot boxes, but in terms of fabled gems, it's about as good as 100 loot boxes. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's about all there is to talk about with fabled loot boxes. Like I said, it's a pretty simple concept really, the same as a regular loot box in essence. If you want a more detailed video about gems, that'll be in the description, and if you want a more detailed video about inventory in general and how to use each item in your inventory, that will also be in the description. I will put both of them there, as long as I remember. Also, I will mention in all my videos that people are still asking me this, so I'll mention it in this video because it's about gems as well, and that is about equipping gems. Equipping gems, like I said, is with equip, but what I will remind everybody is that you cannot unequip gems, because other than the Fabled loot box thing, that is probably the question that I get asked the most. I've probably said this in about 5 videos now. But yeah, there you go, you can't unequip gems. That's all there is to it. Anyway, nice and short, I will leave this one here. Bye!